Welcome back everyone, thanks for watching, and today this video is going to be quite short and sweet. I've not had a lot of time this week to make any videos, been full on at work, open air wardrobe, shaker style doors, a few others. We've just been fitting a few jobs that we've had over lockdown as well. They've been fitted, so we've been flat out. So while I've got this iron on edger, you can see there's edger behind me, the green one. I'm just going to give you a little demonstration. There is a video on there which I did a few years back, a bit of an old school video, but I'm going to use it again. It's got 30mm edging set up in it. You can probably see a little coil there in the bottom corner. It's fine. I usually use 22mm for 18mm boards, but 30mm, I'm just going to keep it in there for the sake of this video as it's all set up. Once that's been edged, I'm literally just going to use my scraper and trim off all the excess, show you my way of doing it. There are loads of ways, but I find this way quick and easy. And you may never have seen it before, so it's worth showing. Once I've scraped it, I'm gonna get my trimmer. You've probably seen a video of that too. It's just a little micro round. That's gonna take all the arises off all the corners. And that is it basically, just short and sweet, just as I do not have any time even now. I'm being hounded by the wife to go in there and look after the kids. It's the weekend, just about, well, it's Saturday afternoon, so the video is meant to be going on tomorrow. So let's get this done and see how it goes. So this iron on edger is old school. Let me just go around to the label at the back. And it actually says 1979. Amazing machine. Probably gone over it before. Very basic. It's got an air blower inside it. It's got some rollers to feed the edging in. This one that you turn. And it feeds these rollers. It goes through this little guide which can lift up and down depending on the thickness of your edging. And then it comes out this little gap, and these two rollers help you push the work up against the edging and keep it flat. There's another roller there. And I've rigged up this fence off my spindle to hold the work down. As you can see, I've sort of rigged up some iron, some steel tubes, which works really well. So here we go, let's go to the switches. I've set my dial up to about 225. That seems to work for me. Flick this switch on, that turns it on, turn the blower on. This button here is to chop it, because there's two blades. Chops it as it gets to a certain point. That's a manual button if the automatic bit doesn't work. It does work as your work passes these two little rollers. It will chop it as it passes. There is a slight fault with this, is it makes a buzzing noise if I hold it on top of this too long. So once I pass my work, if you hear it go bzzz, that's the reason, but it still works. Just need to adjust it. Before we start, you can see the black needle rising. And as soon as it hits the needle, the red needle, which I could change by dialing this around, there we go, it will start making a ticking noise. And as soon as the ticking noise has started, it's at its set temperature and I'm ready to rock and roll. There we go, you hear that click? So there we go. So I've got my edging set up in the right position, put my workpiece against this roller. Just push it through quite slowly. As I'm pushing it against this roller here, it feeds the workpiece in. But I'm going to give it time for the heat to melt the glue. That's why I'm not pushing too hard. There we go. And you can probably see it coming there and being stuck. As it's quickly being pushed through, it's turning these rollers. I'm putting a bit of pressure in to push the edging up against the workpiece. But like I said, it's a faulty switch. And that's it, I'm going to turn it off now. And that's it, as you can see, the edging's on nice and tight. Let me go round. Lovely jubbly. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand it up. So I'm going to snap it, now it's cooled down. I'm going to snap it by using my thumb. You can use a straight edge. Bend it back, that's off. Same for this one, put your thumb on the corner, push down. There we go. Now I'm going to lay it on my bench, which is a complete mess. There we go. So now I've got that set up, let me just try and perch the camera somewhere. There we go, workpiece is here. You can probably see the little lip, it's been snapped off here and here. If you want to clean these up, all I do is get a block, sandpaper on a block, and just go over the edges. Make sure you've got a block. But I'm literally just going to show you how I trim this edging up. And what I've got here is quite a thick scraper, it's about 1 mil thick. Quite thick, it's got a nice sharp edge on it. It's a wood scraper, you know, for taking scratches out of solid timber. It's also used for this as well. Back in my old joinery shop where I used to work, they taught me this. They get your scraper on the piece, and all you're doing is a little cutting motion. There we go, like a pair of scissors. Use your finger there as a pivot. There we go. Cut. If you've got a nice sharp scraper, it'll go through lovely. Have your scraper on edge last, and just give it a little run over. There we go. Next, you can get your micro round cutter in the router. Lovely. Now we're at this point where it's nice and round. We can either just sand the face up with an orbital sander. Here's one I made earlier. So you do that to the corner, and then you get your hand paper, a bit of a P240, and just give it a light rub. And that is literally it. It's very simple, using a scraper. If you haven't got the iron-on edger, use an iron. Very simple. Put your workpiece in vise, upright, put your iron-on edging, and just iron it until it melts the glue. But that gives you nice smooth results, as you can see. So here we go, let's just do this other side once more. So there we go, finger pivoting. Couple of chops in to get it started, and then there you go for it. Or you can just hold your scraper like this and just go for it completely. There we go. Like it's a test piece. Again, get the trimmer, take the iris off. Get your P240. And go over that corner again, just to smoothen that iris off. And that is literally it. How to put on some iron-on edging. So sorry about that, guys. It's a short one, but I hope you've learned something from that. I will have the scraper description hopefully in the link below. So have a look at that. And yeah, I will see you next week. Cheers, guys. Bye for now.